Hi friends, I'm Rahul Nehare. Welcome you to my YouTube channel. And the topic for today's discussion is communication skills. When we talk about communication skills, we think a lot of things, and nowadays, too much of importance is given to this particular term, or I would say concept of communication skills. Very first question, very important question that comes to our mind is why? Why so much of importance to this particular term, to this particular thing that we call communication skills? क्या कभी हमने सोचा होगा मतलब आज इतना इम्पोर्टेंस जब दिया जाता है when this much of importance is given to communication skills today, क्या कभी ये आइडिया हमारे माइंड में आया होगा कि हमारे जो एंसेस्टर्स है फोर फादर्स है क्या वो कम्युनिकेशन नहीं करते थे and then we happen to think about their syllabus. Was this particular subject in their syllabus? No. But today it is there. Why? What could be the reason? Were they good at communication and we are not good at communication? Is this the thing? Maybe yes, maybe no. We don't. I even don't want to get into that particular way of thinking. But yes, the scenario has been changed. The situations has been changed. In those days, the competition was, I would say, that wasn't that much harder as it is today. You'll find today you have to go through a number of audios, you have to go through interviews, you have to go through I would say seminars, presentations, even before you get into a job or even after getting into a job, you have to all the time perform yourselves in front of people, or you have to be in communication with people. Second thing that is most important about communication is that how you talk. How you talk means when we think about how we talk and when we try to or the people around us they try to explain the way of talking. They talk about your vocalics, your eye contact, your facial expressions, your body language, your posture, your gesture, everything, the way you groom yourself, everything that is included in this communication, this term of communication skills. But even apart from that, there is a lot that can be said, that can be talked about communication skills, and that is what I'm trying to put in front of you through this way. I would say communication skills, yeah, it is always accepted that yeah, when we talk we should have some power in our words. Our sound, our voice should be commanding. Our facial expression should be in sync with what we say, and we should have direct eye contact with the people we are talking to. Everything is there, and that is taught, that is told to us, that is explained to us. But even more than that, very important thing about communication skills is the person you're talking and the understanding of that person whom you're talking. Let me tell you one example. Suppose if you're getting married and if you have to invite two persons, and one of those two persons is your teacher, maybe your professor, and the another one is your friend. So when you go to your friend to invite him to your marriage, your way could be informal. The words you select for giving that invitation may be rough, maybe quite informal, maybe quite friendly, or sometimes you may become abusive, colloquial in giving that invitation to your friend. You may call him, देख बेटा तू मेरी शादी है इस दिन, तू अगर मेरी शादी को नहीं आता है तो तू अपना देख लेगा. This could be your way of inviting your friend, your close friend, with the same invitation, same message. If you happen to give it to your teacher, you won't be saying the same way. Your way of giving, presenting, or extending that invitation would be quite different. Your selection of the words would be different. Your way of standing, way of saying it would be different. You will come down to the polite level, you will become polite. On the level of politeness, you may say, "Sir, on this and this day I'm getting married, so I'd be very happy if you happen to come to attend my wedding ceremony." So you will become polite when you invite your teacher to your wedding. So this is why this difference, because you're aware of the person you're talking to. And I'm going to touch this very much aspect of communication skills, and this is what is expected nowadays. आपका आवाज कितना जोरदार है, कितना जबरदस्त है, वो तो है। हर व्यक्ति का आवाज जबरदस्त नहीं हो सकता, हर व्यक्ति का इंटोनेशन, फ्लक्चुएशन ऑफ साउंड, यस दैट इज एक्सपेक्टेड। बहुत सारे स्पीकर्स हमको ये सारी चीज़ें बताते हैं, लेकिन ये सभी के पास होगा ही ऐसा नहीं। तो सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ जो मेरे हिसाब से, क्योंकि मैंने बहुत बार कम्युनिकेशन के ऊपर सेशंस कंडक्ट किए हुए हैं, तो this thing that I have always emphasized, that you should be aware of the person you are talking to. If you are talking to a kid, same thing, maybe you may be talking same thing to a kid, to a person of 25 years, to a person who is no more than 50 years. Your way of talking to all these people from different categories will be changing. And the most important example that you can take of this kind of communication is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Therefore, I would like to give this title to this discussion, the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, the master of communication. हम लोगों ने छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज जी के बारे में बहुत कुछ पढ़ा हुआ है, बहुत कुछ सुना हुआ है, कई सारे माध्यमों से, मे बी फ्रॉम बुक्स, फ्रॉम माउथ, फ्रॉम फिल्म्स, फ्रॉम many other ways. Now we are on YouTube, so there are a number of videos about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj on YouTube. Very first thing that I would like to talk about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj both. अगर हमको अपना कम्युनिकेशन और इफेक्टिव बनाना है, तो I'm going to talk about the language aspect first. In later videos, I'll be talking about other aspects of communication also. आजकल कई बार बहुत ऐसी बातें होती है कि we should give importance to Hindi, we should give importance to Marathi, and we should not give that much of importance to English. Marathi is our mother tongue, Hindi is our national tongue, we can say national language. So giving importance to both these languages is mandatory for all of us. But at the same time, having knowledge of English and other languages that may be useful for us to get flourished in our profession is important. So English has achieved an international status in this context. If you talk about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, you will find that he was having knowledge of 4 languages. And Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, he was having knowledge of more than 18 languages, or around 18 languages. तो आज छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज, छत्रपति संभाजी महाराज महाराष्ट्र के लिए एक भूषण है। और ये बात हम लोग नहीं जानते हैं, या फिर हम लोगों को पता ही नहीं है कि this duo of father and son, they were the masters of language, and maybe because of that it was a kind of add-on in the communication, and that helped them to expand the range of their views, and that made themselves to stand out from the league of other kings, and to have better understandings of their personalities to those. So having knowledge of more than one language is very important if you want to get a tinge of good communication skills. Second thing I would like to talk about communication skills with reference to Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj is that you should be convinced first when you talk about anything. You have to be convinced. हमको खुद अपने आप किसी भी चीज़ के बारे में हमको खुद को कन्विंस होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. अगर हम खुद कन्विंस नहीं होते हैं तो दैट will create confusion in your mind, and that confusion will lead towards the, I would say, towards the misinterpretation or understanding of your message. So when we talk about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and the times before Swaraj was established, how convinced Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj might have been to establish that Swaraj, the dream that had been seen by Shahaji Maharaj and Mata Jizau. So this is something that dream, his father, his mother, his parents, the dream was seen by his parents of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, and he was also convinced of bringing the dream into a reality. And this communication, making Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj convinced about the dream of establishing Swaraj. It was communicated. It was the dream of Shahaji Maharaj. It was communicated by Rajmata Jizau to Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in a very convincing way. And then what did Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj? He communicated the same dream. He conveyed the same dream to the Mauras. It wasn't possible, it wouldn't have been possible only by winning forts, by winning fire, by winning, wars against Mughals or Adil Shahi or the enemies of this sort. That communication, how the way of his communicating could have been when he, I would say, he obtained or he won the beliefs of so many Mauras. The people, the Rayat, Mauras, जिनको हम लोग मावड़ा बोलते थे या फिर अभी भी बोलते हैं, उन लोगों ने किस तरह से वो विश्वास दिखाया होगा छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज जी के ऊपर, और वो किस बात से हुआ होगा. क्या यहाँ पे हमको नहीं लगता है कि छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज के अंदर वो कम्युनिकेशन का फोर्स होगा, वो कम्युनिकेशन की ताकत होगी, और वो ताकत कहाँ से आई होगी कि वो खुद कन्विंस थे कि हाँ मैं ये कर सकता हूँ. तो रियलाइजेशन ऑफ योर पावर, व्हेन यू रियलाइज दैट यस you can say, you feel it, and you want to say, you want to convey it to your people, then automatically you'll find that your communication is becoming effective, emphatic. And for that thing, many people talk about empathy. What is empathy? Empathy is something, when we were taught about sympathy and empathy, the definitions was given. Sympathy was feeling for something, and empathy is feeling into something. What is feeling into something? Means what? When I heard or when I read it for the first time, I was really confused. What is feeling into something? Then I was explained. मेरे को समझाया गया था कि when you go to watch a movie, and if you're watching Wanted and Salman Khan is hitting the goons, he just making them fly in the sky, where there's no bouts. So when that scene of fighting is going on, you feel the goosebumps in your body. You feel that you are actually, you don't think he is Salman Khan. What you think that you are fighting with the goons. This is filling into something because you feel that what people are feeling. You understand what people are thinking about you. You understand what people are expecting from you, and you try to give the very same thing to those people. And this understanding is very important when you communicate with them. When even I have seen in so many government offices that the people sitting in the higher authorities, higher positions, it's not only in government offices, it is everywhere you'll find. And I'm not saying that every person who's sitting in that position is doing this, but yes, there are a good number of people, they feel like this when they sit into that seat of power. The way of communication changes. That level, that feeling of humanity somewhere gets disappeared. That should not happen. What people may expect from you, you have to think about this, and then only you'll find that your communication is becoming very effective. You're getting positive results from the people you're talking to. And at this moment, at this instance, maybe you won't be thinking of the your fluctuation of your sound. You won't be thinking of eye contact, it will automatically happen. You won't be thinking of the up and down of your voice, and that would be automatically happening because you're feeling it into your heart. It is coming from your heart. Body language will automatically be in sync with what you are saying. Your facial expressions will automatically be busy with the task of expressing your ideas to the people, and this will automatically happen. You would be carrying yourself in the very line of what you feel. So this is something I wanted to share with you in my this video. In coming next videos, we will be talking about the same thing, communication skills, with reference to Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and his other aspects, the way he might have influenced, or the way he might have explained or convinced his people we call Maharaj. Thank you very much for watching this video. Before